Folks, lots of drama back and forth between Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and President Donald Trump. Trump, of course, said that I am speaking on Tuesday at the State of the Union. And Nancy Pelosi said, no, you're not. Why? Because of the shutdown. A little bit later, I'm going to show you some of those, their dueling letters back and forth. Of course, members of Congress on the Democratic side have been demanding that the Trump administration and Mitch McConnell and the Senate accept what they passed, and that is several different bills to reopen the government. Joining us right now is Congressman Hank Johnson of Georgia. Of course, he also ranking member on House Armed Services Committee. How you doing, Congressman?
I'm doing great, Roland.
So let's deal with obviously this back and forth when it comes to the shutdown. The president says, Donald Trump says, look, I'm not backing down. Of course, his communications chief, Sean Hannity, said today that Trump has no issue with it being shut down indefinite. What is it going to take to get these furloughed workers, 800,000 folks, then, of course, the millions of people who are impacted by them not being able to work? What's it going to take to get the government back open?
It's going to take Mitch McConnell deciding to do his job as a legislator. He runs the Senate. He's the top Republican. Republicans have control. They can bring any bill to the floor of the Senate for a vote. And the House has sent them 10 spending bills now that would reopen the government. Several of those bills are bills that passed the Senate in such a degree that it would be a veto-proof majority. And so what has to happen is Mitch McConnell has to get up off the can. He's been missing in action. He needs to put some bills on the Senate floor that the House has passed, that the Senate has already passed, and then we need to get those bills to the president for his action.
Your thoughts on this whole back and forth when it comes to Speaker Pelosi as well as Donald Trump when it comes to the issue of the State of the Union? Of course, we know that Trump, he loves to be on television. He loves big audiences. Initially, of course, Speaker sent him a letter before the shutdown, inviting him to speak on January 29th. Then, of course, when it happened, she then said that because of the shutdown, he should reconsider. He made clear we're moving forward. There was supposed to be a walkthrough on yesterday, on MLK Day. She canceled that particular walkthrough. And then, of course, today, Sarah Sanders, the press secretary, she sent out this letter saying that the president, which he sent to her. Henry, do you have my iPad up? All right, so this is a letter. Dear Madam Speaker, thank you for your letter on January 3rd. As you know, I had already accepted your kind invitation. However, I then received another letter from you dated January 16th. He then goes on to say security is not going to be an issue. It's all taken care of. And he makes clear, I will be honoring your invitation and fulfilling my constitutional duty. And then he says, I look forward to seeing you on the evening of January 29th. It would be so sad for our country if the State of the Union were not delivered on time, on schedule, and very importantly, on location. Now, that was his letter. And, of course, it did not take Speaker Pelosi long to actually drop her own letter. Sort of like, to me, it's sort of like Tupac or some rappers that are dropping mixtapes, diss songs at each other. And then she sent him this letter. Henry, go to my iPad. When I extended the invitation on January 3rd, she said at the time there was no thought that the government would still be shut down. She said, I'm writing to inform you that the House of Representatives will not consider a concurrent resolution authorizing the President's State of the Union address in the House chamber until government has opened. Again, I look forward to welcoming you to the House on a mutually agreeable date for this address when government has been opened. She's making it clear you ain't speaking on Tuesday.
Well, I think she made it clear in the letter that she sent him last week requesting that he reconsider her invitation to come since the government was closed and since having all of the senators, all of the Congress people, the U.S. Supreme Court, the diplomatic corps, the cabinet, all of these officials brought together into one room, and with much of our government shut down, it presents security issues, and perhaps, Mr. President, you should reconsider having this. She sent that message to him. Any bright person would understand that, hey, you're no longer invited. But he took it, as a bully would do, to the next level and insisted that I'm going to come into your home, whether or not you want me there or not, I'm coming. And so she had to then respond with a more direct communication to the president, send him a message that you are not welcome in the House next week for the State of the Union. So now it's the president's move. Perhaps Mitch McConnell will let him come over to the Senate and do his press conference over there.
All right, then we'll certainly see what happens. Congressman Hank Johnson of Georgia, I certainly appreciate it. Thanks a bunch.
You're quite welcome.
All right,
folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, folks, let's talk about one of our partners, D-Herbs Cleanse. In 2019, many folks, of course, are focused on their health, trying to get better, trying to look better, getting ready for the beach season. Other folks, of course, improving their golf game, all that sort of good stuff. And so they want to be able to have a healthier new year. So one of the ways to do that is the D-Herbs Cleanse. It's something that I actually have been on. I started a couple weeks ago, so I have now 4 more days, and so it can certainly make a difference when it comes to losing weight, also giving folks more energy as well, improving their overall being. And so if you want to do that, this is what you can do. You can join those of us who are on it by going to dherbs.com and then use the promo code ROLAND. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.